Hello everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA. Nobody here yet, but I'll say that for the people watching later. Damn mosquito. Gonna wait for some people to show up. Man, my hair is starting to look like 90s, either like B-movie action hero or sitcom character, late 80s, early 90s, like when people just I don't it's just weird the trend in what actors look like over the years. Like supposedly in the 70s, a lot of them were really skinny. Then with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s, a lot of them wanted to be really. Okay, stream already cut out. As I was saying, it's weird how. Well, first of all, my hair looks like I was saying a B movie action hero from the early 90s. But it's weird how actors' looks change with trends. In the 70s, it was kind of like skinny actors like were popular, like Dustin Hoffman, Robert De Niro. Well, he was in good shape, but Woody Allen. I'm trying to think of who else. But anyways, a lot of skinny guys. Like they're just regular looking guys in a way. Then with the 80s, Arnold Schwarzenegger got big, and then it was like tons of action stars who were big and cut and muscular. And in the 90s, sort of as well. Although then you started. What the hell? It just closed a second time within 2 minutes, the YouTube app. Anyways, the 90s, you had actors like Alec Baldwin and Tom Cruise and stuff are like, in good shape, but more slender in a way. And it kind of seems like they went to in great shape again, where it's like, I was thinking how in Star Wars, The Last Jedi, it was kind of ridiculous to me. Look at the first Star Wars movie and this one. In that one, a lot of them were really thin, in good shape, but thin. And in The Last Jedi, it was like Rey, like, it was like no motivation, other than this weird kind of superhuman, like, competition of can we get our muscles to be as jacked as possible? Luke had to look as in the best shape possible. Rey, I remember noticing her calves, and this is nothing against her. Obviously, she worked really hard and stuff for all this, and it just, and this goes for Adam Driver with his chest, being so huge. I'm not jealous. I don't feel bad about it. I'm saying it's just weird. It kind of draws my attention away when it's like, it's almost like this insecurity on the part of the producers, like worrying that audiences won't like these characters unless they're in the absolute most like pinnacle of shape ever. Where Adam Driver had huge muscles. Like, what's wrong with having interesting looking people that aren't that perfectly sculpted? And Rey, I noticed her calves were so huge, and I'm like, why are they so upset? It's like this weird insecurity, not on the actor's part, on the producers. I know, I don't know, but like I know in a way, it's like that's the sort of calculation is like, oh, they have to be in amazing shape. I know, what's her name, Carrie Fisher was told to get in shape for it. Same with what's his name, Mark Hamill. It's like, why's everyone got to be in such amazing shape for movies? Why can't you have real looking people? I'm not saying they shouldn't train for their parts, but I don't know, it's just kind of weird. And I think back to a movie like After Hours. I just reread the screenplay for it and typed out the story, starring Griffin Dunn, completely like kind of schlubby looking guy, kind of hair like mine in a way, and just like an ordinary looking guy, not extraordinarily good looking or anything. He is perfect in the part. He is perfectly compelling. That's the thing, don't get me wrong. But anyways, oh, is that true, Shadoza? Click like, everybody, by the way. Helps the video out. Same thing with 80s G.I. Joe toys. I bet you could see the trend in toys where it's like, why do they have to be so ridiculously jacked and buff? Like, it just screams of this insecurity on the part of the producers. Like, if you don't look as superhumanly good, or if, the women, I know this is the pressure on women. If you don't look, but it's on men too in movies, but, on women in particular, like, if you're not extremely thin and curvy or whatever, like, you don't, All right. I don't know. The stream keeps cutting out. Please click like so that this message gets out to YouTube that the stream keeps cutting out. Or it's actually probably this phone because it didn't happen. Wait, did it happen on my last phone? I can't remember. Or it's the YouTube app being buggy. Maybe I should after this I'll force close it and clear the cache or whatever. But what the hell? Which actor? Oh, actors. Remember, what's her? Andy McDowell. You know, Groundhog's Day, and right now she's in this excellent show. Crap, what's it called? The Dress Up Gang. It's, I guess, headline or like the showrunner, I guess, is Corey something, a comedian. I saw him live. He was so funny. He was so good, and this show was amazing. And she's in it, and she did an interview with Sam Jones on Off-Camera Interviews. I think that's what it's called, or Off Camera with Sam Jones. She said, like, I've never been, you know, like the only time I was a size 6 was I was either miserable or I was sick, you know, and she's like, I had a scene with a guy where it's like I'm coming out of the bathroom and I've got to look good and he's lying in bed and his stomach's sticking out and stuff. She's like, why can't my stomach stick out? You know, why is it got to be the woman who's got to do that? And thinking back to King Arthur, who directed that movie now? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the King Arthur with Clive Owen and Keira Knightley. Someone look it up. I bet was it. I may be totally wrong in this. Was it Antoine Fuqua? I can't remember. But I remember it was some director like I had some familiarity with. Was it Antoine Fuqua? Anyways, the advertising for it was so absurd. Where they photoshopped Keira Knightley's body to make her look much more curvy, and it was like, come on, why do that? What's I don't know. It's this weird insecurity. Okay. First of all, while the light is still up, I want to show you all something. Then I'll get to my big hobo problem. This problem can strike anybody, by the way. First of all, I want to show this because the sun is still up. Oh shit. If you'll notice, look how freaking shiny my car is. All right, you can't hear the squeaky sound. It is so shiny. What happened, you ask? Well, did I use it? No, I didn't use the spray. Did I use a different spray or did I use the new one I got? I started using this. I was just looking for a cheap detailer from AutoZone, and I didn't go to the AutoZone that's nearby, that's really small and always too crowded. I went to one that was further away, and I ran out of my other bottle of detailer, which is less powerful and more expensive, and so I just got that one. I was like, what the hell, get a different bottle that's a little cheaper. That stuff is so strong. You actually have to wipe it with the car already fairly clean, or else you'll get streaks like that are on this window. I'll have to clean it up later. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to tell because you gotta have the sun hit it just right. And now the sun is pretty much down. Just seeing the reflections of the light, but it's really hard to see on camera. I gotta like stick my hand. I don't know. But that stuff is amazing. That detailer spray. And the thing is, this is the one I was using before. Too expensive and really cheap. Ideal for fast touch-ups. That's right, because it is all right for using when your car's got a lot of dirt on it and get the dirt off, as opposed to use water. It just kind of pushes it around. But now I know, okay, that stuff, it's so powerful. Wait, maybe you can sort of see it now. The streaks on. No, it's hard to see, but hey, that's an interesting view. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. I used it on the windows because normally I'll do that with the other detailer that's cheaper, and it's like, oh, it's fine, use it. This stuff, it's so strong, you gotta like wipe it really thoroughly and quick, otherwise you'll have streaks on your you shouldn't use it on your windows. But I was lazy. I was like, I don't want to get out the bottle of Rain-X for the windows because it hasn't rained here for months. Why keep using it? Well, it's good to have the windows streak free and stuff, so I use the Rain-X tonight. But yeah, that stuff is powerful. That detailer spray I was just using. Alright, let me blow my nose. Click like, everybody. Help the video out, help the channel out. Just got 10 chicken nuggets and a side salad at Jack in the Box. That was nice. Simon Gonzalez, you have an interesting, interesting theory, and it's kind of, it's like sick in a way, but it's also kind of true. And I don't know how much it's, fed by people demanding really, really buff, good-looking, ridiculously, shapely stars, or it's the producers and their own, desires. A lot of it is that, it's like, oh, if you be my girlfriend, you'll star in this movie. I don't know exactly what level, how all that happens out, but I know it happens. It's happened throughout movie history. There's so many stories of that kind of thing happening. So it's like a lot of it is, what catches a producer or director. Directors aren't off the hook. The director's eyes or the producer's eyes. Hey, Half-Blind Gamer. Yeah, it's just weird. It's like, why can't they look kind of normal? I get it. It's like you want to cast a look for a part. Like if they are, oh, this asshole just blew through a stop sign. And he's got a shitty Dodge. Well, he already lost because he bought a Dodge sedan. They don't even make sedans anymore, do they? Dumbass just flying through. Fuck him. But yeah, anyways, it's weird. So first of all, click like, everyone. Helps the video out. Also, I had, what was I saying? 10 chicken nuggets and a side salad. It's good because it's lots of protein. It's cheap. It's low calories. It was only like $5 total. So that's good. I didn't want another chicken teriyaki bowl. I got one this morning. So yes, the problem at hand. Again, that detailer spray is amazing. But what I noticed too, the sun was catching my windshield at a certain way tonight. I cleaned my car this morning at like 7:30 in the morning. There's a layer of dust already on the windshield. This fucking place is so polluted, or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't think it's pollen. My allergies aren't acting up. Anyways, the problem. I'll show you. Click like, everyone. That's right. Thank you, Half-Blind Gamer. Look. The problem. Ugly. Plain. It's almost pathetic, like this radio wants to hide. It's like this lonely little insecure radio. That's right, Genie P, it's about that too. Look at this pathetic little thing. And I don't like these separate buttons. If they're next to each other, it's easier to feel which button I'm pressing, even though I pretty much just have it on talk radio all day. Anyways. But I do like switching to infomercials sometimes, or coast to coast. The separate buttons, it's actually a problem. Because when I'm wearing gloves, it makes it hard to tell which one I'm on. On my old Civic, when they were all next to each other, I could easily feel, they were like all inset next to each other. I could feel where all the buttons were together. Same thing with this, it's hard to tell with my gloves on where my fingers and this, switching from AM to FN, oops, almost accidentally hit the CD player, whatever, enough. Not good. It's like a Transformers radio from 1981. Well, let's talk about this. This is why I need your help. I am deadly effing serious about this. Do not F with me over this. This radio is ugly. And also the lights are really dim on it, and it's all sealed in. So unlike the lights for everything else that I replaced on I didn't replace every single bulb, but a lot of them with LEDs. The radio, and what I've read is it's a really big hassle to change the lights on it. Like some of them are soldered on, and I don't know if that means you could free them and attach new ones, or if you'd have to desolder them and then solder new ones on to get LEDs. The screen is too dim. Here's my problem. I looked up aftermarket radios. What did I say? Aftermarket radios on everywhere. I looked them up. AutoZone, they barely have any. I looked them up on eBay. I looked them up on Amazon, even though I don't want to buy from Amazon. And every single radio I found, without fail, does not have a tuning knob. These are some beautiful looking radios. I like the blue glow and everything. I like too much of that annoys me, but something simple I'd like. There are no tuning knobs. I was going to pull the camera up to see if this car stopped. It did stop fully at the stop sign. Good for you. Commendation award for you. A Honda, of course. Smart. This damn thing is gone out like 4 times now. What's McGuire's or McGuire's? Is that a aftermarket radio company? Anyways, point is, I refuse to fucking buy a radio or a stereo that doesn't have a tuning knob on it. It enrages me. These companies that do this are beyond redemption. If you're not willing to put a tuning knob, if you want those stupid little buttons where you gotta click, click, click to scan through the stations, and of course you can't just jump way forward or way back on the dial. You gotta click, 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 click. My finger's getting tired. Switch hands. Click, 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 click. Going up the dial. And then, even though the station's got good reception, it'll skip past it because its computer doesn't decide that this one's a good connection, so it has a good signal. Instead of all that and all this bullshit, MP3 players and Bluetooth and all that shit, all I want is a decent looking radio. FM, AM radio. And, thanks, Ace Howard. I look like a newscaster from the 70s. Yeah, in some 70s movie or something. My radio is not good, Ace. It's just ugly. I'm tired of it. I've got these nice LEDs in here. The radio, you can't really put the lights in unless you take the whole thing apart, and it's really, a lot of work. And, the fuck's this car doing? And, I know what I should do. I should make a little space, or they're turning around. Oh. I want to back up a little so there's space in front of me to park, because there's a car behind me that parked too far, like kind of far back behind me. And they got more space if they want to use it, so if I want to use it. So I'll just back up so there's space in front of me to park my car. I don't want people thinking I'm trying to pull out now, though. I'm waiting for these cars to go by, because there's a lot of cars parked on the street here. Alright. But look at these beautiful lights. LEDs, LED, most part. That's not LED. That's not LED. The drive one is LED. This is all LED. These are all LEDs, and I got the airflow diverter working. But this thing, look at that garbage. Ugly, dim, gray, pathetic. Oh shit, I can't do this with my left hand. I was looking for aftermarket radios for a while. Yeah, I did clean my car today, and actually I got this really good car detailing spray that's like a wax. This thing, you can hear it. Look how shiny it is. I didn't even expect that. I just wanted a spray that was cheap to clean my car, and I was waiting till these fires were, the smoke is mostly gone, but the worst smoke at least. Before it was like shredded newspaper coming out of the sky. The ash was so bad, so I wasn't going to clean it then. And I don't really care about the car being super shiny like for looks. I just want the paint to be preserved for a while, even though, yeah, it's got scrapes and there's spots that are spray painted from the previous owner. Yeah, I'll show you what it is later. It was earlier in the stream, but this stuff is cheap. It was not this. This is what I was using before that was cheap. It's just better than water, that's all. It's not just going to push the dirt around. This stuff I got, actually, you shouldn't use it when your car is too dirty. It's like a wax, so it is really strong. And I used it on my windows because I was lazy. I got to go back over my windows with Rain-X, even though it hasn't rained in months, because I've got streaks on my windows because that stuff is so strong. Anyways, I was looking up aftermarket radios because I want something that looks nice. I could not find a single one out of dozens and many dozens. On eBay, they have practically hundreds, thousands. Actually, I saw it was like over 5,000. None of them that I could find, and I was so frustrated, have a tuning knob. They just have the buttons to scan left and right. on the dial. Now, how does that work? If you're down at 88.5 or 88.9 or 89.3, you want to go up to 107.3, you got to, well, actually, you could go backwards that way. Let's say you want to go up to 105 something. I've never wanted to go there in my life. Well, no, that's not true. I have. You just got to keep clicking, 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 and hope it lands on that. These radio aftermarket stereo companies, they are beyond redemption, because they make radios that do not have tuning knobs as if there's something wrong with them. They've got all these features, Bluetooth, MP3, all this stuff I've never used in my car, but they don't have tuning knobs. And my radio's ugly. That's all. It's just ugly. It's pale. It's sad looking. This is like 5 times now the stream is cut out. So there's no aftermarket radios that I can use. The only radios I looked at that I can use, bird was flying by, it looked interesting. I've seen like hawks or eagles around here. The only ones I can use are like other that have knobs, are like ones that came like with the car, like OEM, like original equipment manufacturer, I think. Now see, now a car's backing up in front of me. That was nice of me to back up, to give more space to pull in. Well, it's a big car. I don't know if they can make it. Yeah, they can make it, I guess. I don't know how much room I got behind me. But, I'm distracted because they're getting so close, but I'm not nervous, really. I know they got a backup camera. They can see me, probably. Yep, they got it within inches, but they're good. It's a new Explorer, so I'm sure it's got a backup camera. Oh, God, they're getting close. Makes me nervous. Anyways, gotta be brave. They're backing up again. The only ones I could find that are like suitable for me. Oh, great! Now it's gonna be hard for me to get out, but I'll be all right. And this car behind me is super small. That was smart. The only ones I can get are like other Toyota radios, and they had some super cheap on eBay. So I want to either, I don't know how worth it is, and they had some for like, one was like 99 cents. There were some for like $7 or $8. I was like, man, this might be cheaper than if I went to a junkyard to get them. And I'd like to go to a junkyard so I can just pick them out myself and, you know, get something, like be able to browse around. But I don't know, like the Toyota Scion had nice one that I saw. There were some other Corollas that were really cheap, like dirt cheap. I'm trying to think though, like what could it have been? And I'm not even sure, because like some of them are super expensive, and so I can't, like, there's no way I'm spending all that on like Toyota Highlander or something. It was like $199. It's like, no, but it looked nice. That's the thing. It looked really nice. So I don't know if I'm definitely not going for that. But I'm just thinking, should I just buy it on eBay? I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm not getting anything yet, by the way. I can't afford anything. Click like, everybody. Helps the video out. Or should I, oh, now this person's being considered. They're pulling forward just for me. They didn't, wow, that was nice of them. I was worried they were going to come up to me and hassle me or something. But the Scion one looked kind of nice. I just want something that looks kind of decent, that lights up decently. But that's why I'm wondering, should I just go to a junkyard and pick them out myself? And it's not a big dilemma either way. It's just, I don't like wasting the time. If I go to a junkyard, I want to pick out something right there and just take it. And it's not hard to pull radios out of Toyotas. Like, I know some have slightly different face plates or whatever, trims, but they're all simple. I have the tools to do it. It's either a socket or it's a Phillips screwdriver you'll need. So that's all. But my problem, the thing that annoyed me so much is there even one aftermarket stereo in the world that has a tuning knob? Why does this not exist? This is so absurd. They've got like all the latest technology, satellite radio. We've got you know, an option to have a pop-up view, like screen for maps and backup camera and video, but they don't have tuning knobs. It's pathetic. Click like, everybody. Helps the video out. Yeah, the guy, I was a little distracted because the guy in the car in front of me, it's a big, huge Ford Explorer. He was walking up to my window, and I was just like, oh, fuck, I don't even want him to think I want to talk. He, like, was coming up by my window, but I think he wasn't trying to talk to me. He was trying to see how much space is there, or I don't know what maybe he was trying to talk to me. I just don't want to be talked to. Park how you park. I'll figure out how to get out of here. But, yeah, he ended up going back to his car and pulling forward another few inches. Anyway, so that's my problem, and it was really stressing me out today. It was bothering me, because also I don't have money to pick anything yet, but this radio is so ugly. Like, it's just the ugliest thing. I mean, I don't care about having something really nice, just something. This is like, it's uglier than this thing, this part. For whatever reason, this is uglier. This, like, soupy, like, pea soup color is not good. It doesn't light up very bright. And I would like to just take the lights out and put in my LEDs, but it's like sealed in. It's almost like the old Mac computers, you know, where it's like you can't modify anything. And if you do that, it's like a big pain, I've heard. Like, there are lights soldered on that you'd have to, like, desolder them and resolder them, the new ones on. So it's not really, oh shit, not really worth that kind of trouble. So I don't know. And if you try and search for, you know, car stereo, and it's a 2-din stereo. I mean, that's like the size of it. There's 1-din, which is the thinner type, and 2-din, which is what I have. It's like 7 inches by 4 inches or something. My cheap-ass tape measure broke. But it's a 2-din, which is very common. So it's not a problem to find. It just... you try and look up, okay, 2-din car radio, or especially one for Toyota Camry with the tuning knob, all you'll find is tons of results for just the tuning knob. It's like, great, I got a tuning knob and I got a radio, I need both now. Go together, so it's really annoying. And I'm just stuck with the... either looking up a super cheap one on eBay. I almost feel bad ordering one just because I know it'll have to go to the... I feel bad ordering it and getting it sent to the mailbox place I work at, because I know they don't have a lot of room there for packages. I just feel bad about it, even though I'm fucking paying for it. But I feel bad about getting stuff sent there. So I could do that, or just go to a junkyard, I paid the $3 or whatever to get in, and just walk around and look at cars and see which radios I like and hope the radio works, which, you know, radios are pretty sturdy. So just look at Toyotas and see and make sure, you know, they have the same connectors and all. And but I think they're pretty much the same for the most part. If I get ones from other cars, they may need adapters. That's what someone informed me. So I was thinking, damn, it'd be cool to take one out of a nice old, like, Mercedes or BMW and put it in. But anyways, yeah, my old Civic, that had an excellent radio because the buttons were flush with each other, like this. Like, these fingers are the buttons. Instead of like this, these are spread out like beans, one at a time. Because when they're all next to each other, you can feel how far you are from one to the other and change the station. This... it's like if I'm driving, they're all round. It's like I don't feel where the end of any of them is, sort of, because then there's the scan and CD tray buttons next to them. So see, if I'm not looking at this, I'm just feeling, okay, where do the buttons end? My finger lands there. So I'm like, is this the first one? Wait, this one. Here, okay, I'm going to the first. Wait, I can't remember. Did I go to the first or the second? I get to keep going back. Ridiculous. So, great designed car, but yeah, that's the problem. And you should have all seen it by now. I fixed the air diverter on the car, thank goodness. So the air conditioning blows out of here now. It was stuck on defrost before, so now it switches. What happens, just the cables were loose that plugged into the back of this. I had no idea. I've been driving around like that for months, wondering what the problem is and dreading having to open up a bunch of stuff in the dashboard to fix it, if I could even do it myself. But it was that simple. I figured it out by accident, basically, trying to look for something else. Yeah, so that's good, because if I get this job, I'm still waiting on them to call me. If they don't call me tomorrow, I'll call them, because it'll have been a week since I sent in my resume. I'll be driving around LA, and the sun, hits the car, and it's hot, and especially against the dashboard, and it's like, trapped up front here, and the phone just absorbs heat. So if I didn't have the air conditioning blowing, the phone would get super hot and possibly get damaged and overheat. So now, because the air conditioning, yeah, it'll blow out the defrost where I don't need it, but it won't blow out the front vents. I got it fixed. Now it blows out the front vents. Another car problem fixed. Next one, the radiator, I'm not even worried about now because it hasn't been losing coolant. I think as long as I get the cap on as tight as I possibly can if I push it any further, it'll just spin again. It hasn't lost coolant. I'll check it again soon, but I'll just keep checking it like every 2 weeks or so. And that, and then the struts. I'm just noticing everywhere I go how rough this car rides. Maybe it's just psychological. Maybe it's because I hit a hard dip and now it's even rougher. I did hit a dip hard in the road, so a little worried about that. What could I do? The speed limit was 50 miles an hour. So, I couldn't slow down too much with the cars behind me, but there's a big dip going in there. It's actually on Glen Oaks Boulevard going north to Lakeview Terrace. And it just, cars do that there. Hello, Alexandros. So I'll show the detailer spray I used, but it is strong. That's why, I couldn't even get these streaks off. I don't know if you can see it. Can you even see it here? No, it's not really showing up. The eye sees more than the camera sees. But let me show. Oh man, I had a lot more space here I could have parked. The spray I used, I got it from AutoZone. I was just looking for a cheap one. So it's just called Quick Detailer with the purple knob. It was cheap, it was like $6 or $7. And it's kind of big. The other one was small and it was still like $7 because I got it from a different AutoZone. That's all they had. This one, I went to the AutoZone up on by Lakeview Terrace, and it was empty there. It was so nice, and it's huge there. This stuff is great. So powerful. My car, look at this shine. You can hear it's so smooth, and I missed a spot on the other side, but you can really tell where you're missing. But look how shiny that is. I didn't expect that at all. I just wanted a basic clean on my car. And it's an old car. I'm not so worried about it looking good or shining. I just want to preserve the paint as much as I can. This, obviously, it's been spray painted before. I don't know if it had rust here or whatever. The previous owner did it. But this stuff, it's like a strong wax. I need to go back over the windows with Rain-X because they got streaks on them. Even though there's so much dust here. Man, even the handles are slippery now. That's nice. And I cleaned the trim here. And for the dashboard and stuff, I just have these wipes I use that are really good. I don't use a spray. Don't bother. So I got these from some dollar store. I forget where. Multi-purpose cleaning wipes. So there you go. As generic name as possible. They're really good. Yeah, so I'm still waiting on this job. That's the other thing. I'm thinking, okay, when I get this job, I get a little money. I would just like a very cheap radio. I'm kind of thinking just go to the junkyard and get it myself. What's the big deal? And because that way, too, I'll have it right away. And I can really take my time and inspect the radios, look at them up close in person. Yeah, so I'll just do that, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know, unless I see one on eBay. I didn't see any on Amazon. Well, I didn't look for Toyota Camry or Toyota radios, but on eBay they had a bunch of used ones for all kinds of Toyotas, and I'm like, well, a lot of these, as long as it looks decent, that's all. This one just looks like puke. Well, I mean, it's so anemic. It's so like, it's so almost like it's pulling back from you, you know? I want a radio to be warm and yielding to me, not, shivering and pulling back from me. Um, Hi, Jean or Jean. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's a junkyard around here that's really good. That's where I got my old trunk latch on my Honda Civic when that broke shortly after I got to LA, and I was really worried about driving around with my trunk open. And I got the vents, some of the vents on the air conditioning here, because I tried putting in the clip for my cell phone, to hold the cell phone into a vent, and the vent was a little loose, and I ended up shoving it back into the sort of the like cubby hole where the vent is, and it snapped off the little tabs on the side that lock it into place. So I went to the junkyard, just pulled them out, some other Toyota Camry, I guess, and put some in here. They're almost exactly the same color, but because it was like just one here that was out. I got it for two, so at least the two center ones are the same color. And the outside ones, I was a little annoyed at first, like, oh, they're slightly different color. You can't even notice it now. Yeah, these ones maybe a little more greenish, and the outside ones a little bit vaguely more grayish. Uh, but yeah, Junkyard's a cool place to go to, and it's like $3 admission. You go in with your tools. When I go in, I'm not going to have my pockets so full of my stuff, because if they see your pockets look full, they're going to ask to look through your pockets, or they won't let you leave because they want to see if you're stealing parts. So I'll go in just with my money on me and ID, basically, and my toolbox. But that seems like a good idea. I'm not going to do it soon. I'm going to wait till after I get the job and I have some money, and then when I can spend maybe $20 on a radio. Thank you, Alexandros. I appreciate it. If you're gonna send me money tomorrow, yeah, it's great. Thank you. I should try Burbank. I'm in Burbank. I've been sleeping in Burbank for about a year. What do you do? What kind of time are you on? Are you a time traveler from 1917 or something? You didn't know that about me? Man, that is like, I don't know if it's clouds or smoke in the sky. What time is it? I'm gonna have to get going in a little bit. Even though it makes me nervous every time, I will wear my mask and my face shield. Oh fuck, it got juice all over it or something. I gotta clean that. But I have this face shield. I was like, where'd the lenses go? I'm like, oh yeah, there are no lenses. That I'll wear along with my mask. I heard these aren't even that effective, but whatever. I'll wear this and my mask for when I work at, I'm going to go help out at Sunspace tonight, run their jazz live stream. So check that out. It's a fun show. The jazz live stream, it's going to be tonight, 8 o'clock, so in an hour, Pacific time, 9 o'clock, no, I mean 11 o'clock, excuse me, Eastern. Damn, I got some kind of trash juice on this. I gotta wipe it. And it was so perfectly clean before. Fucking trash, man. Or should I get... Let's use some water. See if that works first. But yeah, if I don't hear... I was supposed to hear back for an interview already, so... If I don't hear by early tomorrow... Oh shit, they're closed tomorrow! Damn it! I forgot. The work placement, job placement place, they're closed Fridays now due to the Trump virus. Fuck, I should have called them today. Now I'm gonna have to wait till Monday. Because I want to make sure, like, hey, you're like, they got the email with my resume, and two, that they know, hey, like, don't overlook me. I'm willing to work. And, they'll just be charmed by my incredible charisma on the phone. I'll let this stuff come off. Sides it on. You know, it's all shit. It was perfectly clean before. I've had it in my car for months. I got it from a deli, $5. Yeah, that barely helps. And I'm scratching it up. This napkin. But yeah, I am nervous about working around people. That's the thing. So I'm wearing my mask and trying to keep my distance as much as possible. People like to come up to me and talk to me. I guess I have an approachable face. Oh, one of the drummers who's going to be there tonight, his name is Maury. He played drums at Woodstock, apparently. And I'm not talking about just he brought his own drum and was playing off to the side. Apparently, he played on stage with some big rockers and musicians. And I got my cheapo head sound muffling ear muffs until I get some decent ones from Home Depot, because my ears are so motherfucking sensitive anymore. They hurt all the time practically. Alright, Billy, thanks for watching. Thanks, Ace. Applied UPS, you got hired in a day? I applied there when I was 23 or so. It took me like, or 22 actually, it took me like 6 weeks to get hired, because I had to go through all these trainings and stuff, and orientation at like 2 in the morning. Yeah, it took forever. And I tried applying again, but I had a profile on their website still from 2007. It wouldn't even let an application go through. I don't know what it was. The site was broken. I couldn't get it to work. But I'm not really trying to work there. I want to work at this sanitation job that I'm waiting. That seems like a pretty sure thing, but they didn't call me. And I forgot they're closed tomorrow, because now they're closed, this work placement company, for the pandemic. So I got to wait till Monday. And if they don't call me by then, I'll call them. I don't know about driving for UPS. I worked in a warehouse for 2 weeks and I quit. I was terrible at it. And I was miserable the whole time for other reasons, as well as that job. I was having my second major bout of my dissociative disorder, and it was really sad and painful for me. Fortunately, now I'm coming out of this one. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. So, yeah, if anyone, I don't know, if you want to look up how to get this goddamn BMW just blew through a stop sign, too. Sort of, cops should stay parked out here. If you, know of any aftermarket radios that have actual knobs in them, I would like that. Otherwise, I'm just going to go to the junkyard and fuck eBay. But I don't feel like dealing with shipping and picking it up. And I just want to look at it there and see it. And if it looks good, and, if I think it's working, I'll just pull it out and put it in my car. It was a hard job, Ace. It was a hard job. It was like 2 to like 6 in the morning or something. And I was going through a major bout of derealization disorder for like a year. And I was just in such despair. I was in pain. I was so numb. I couldn't feel anything. I thought my life was over. I thought, that's it. I can never make movies now. That's it. It was very bad for a year. And I was just like, I'm not that good at this. And I was just feeling horrible at every moment. It was a struggle. I had to pull over sometimes while driving because I was in so much pain. I'm like, what is going on, And of course, I didn't know it was DPDR back then. Even if I did, I'm not sure I would have known how to treat it. So yeah, it was very bad, and but it was a very hard job too. Thanks. Well, yeah, I am losing weight. I know I've lost at least probably 20 pounds from my heaviest by now. So I'm just keeping going with that. I'm just limiting my, meals, and keeping it to whole foods, and just cutting out sugar on anything except, like the protein drinks I get. I really like these ones. They have 4 grams of sugar in them, or 6 grams. No, 6 grams of sugar. Yeah, I'm looking at dietary fiber, 4 grams. That's pretty much it for sugar. Sometimes, oh, I do have a banana now in the mornings. Sometimes, just when I feel like it, I'll get a batch of bananas. Not that often, but basically just whole foods, and even sticking to mostly vegetarian is really good for me. Although I'm not really doing that. I got the chicken teriyaki bowl at Jack in the Box, and then tonight I got chicken nuggets and a side salad. But if I could manage to just fill up on vegetarian food, that'd be great. I'd be feeling good, and it's just that it's expensive to do that. I can't prepare my own salads, so got to do that. Hey, Joshua. Well, Joshua, first of all, I got this super cleaning, powerful detailing spray. I didn't even realize how powerful it was. Look how shiny my car is. I wasn't even trying to clean it that well. Like a $6, 11. It's 11 people here. $6 bottle of detailer spray I got from AutoZone. Oh, and by the way, I found this awesome car parts store today. This is what I get excited about now. It's not video games, it's not whatever, it's just car parts. This awesome car parts store around here, because this morning I was walking by there and I saw that they duplicate keys, and I needed my car key duplicated. My old one broke. I had one that broke, so now I only have one. It's like if this one breaks, that's bad. So I duplicated there, went inside. This place is awesome. They got everything just hanging up on racks everywhere. It's not like AutoZone, and it was it was so cool. I'm like, this is awesome. And I want to go back there. Oh, and I saw they had jack stands. I'm like, oh, these aren't that big. I could fit jack stands in my car as long as they're not too heavy. I don't know how heavy they are. I don't want to be dragging around an extra 100 pounds all the time in my car. But I would like jack stands so I can do my own oil changes and change the struts on my car when I get money. I'm waiting on a job. That's the other thing I was talking about. I'm enrolled in this job placement company that's supposed to call me back any moment. They're closed now, but any moment about a job disinfecting buildings that are shut down due to the Trump virus. And it's going to be a 6-month job, and it'll be great, full-time, pay me. I need the money. But and I'm thinking, with the money I get, what I want to do is get a new radio. Because this thing is shit. It's sad looking, and this pea soup puke green doesn't look good, and it doesn't get very bright. Oh, let me turn it on. Why isn't it turning on? Oh shit, the key's not in. Whatever. But it looks ugly, and my problem is I looked up on the internet aftermarket radios. None of them have tuning knobs, so I can't stand it. They don't have any tuning knobs. They look good. They look stylish and sleek. No tuning knobs. I can't take it. So I want to just go to a junkyard, and I'll just go to another Toyota. I'll look around, see what Toyotas at the same size. It's a 2-DIN radio, and see, just pull out a radio that looks good. Buy it at the junkyard. They'll probably charge me $10 or $20. I'm hoping 10, but. Yeah, junkyards are very cheap, so, and I pulled stuff out from junkyards before. It's worked out well for me. So, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. At some point, too, when I need tires, I'd like to get them from a junkyard. I'm a little paranoid about my ability to find good tires, and I would want to make sure that they have a tub full of water where I could I could put the tires in to see if there's any air leaks, like bubbles coming out. I don't know if they have that at the junkyard around here, around Burbank. But that's something I'd be interested in to save money, because new tires are super expensive. I mean, a good pair will easily be $600. So, yeah, I want a radio. And I looked through dozens and dozens. It was giving me anxiety. I was stressed from trying to look for a decent radio. I'm like, do these not exist? I don't think they exist. An aftermarket radio with a tuning knob, not those fucking seek buttons, the seek, a radio station that has a good signal, and of course it'll skip past ones that do, and it'll land on ones that don't. And if you want to go switch, way down the dial, you got to keep pressing seek, just keep looking. Why don't they have tuning knobs? They have all this technology in them: satellite, backup camera, MP3 screen for a map, for the backup camera, for video. They Bluetooth, the internet, Wi-Fi. They don't have tuning knobs. So I'm just going to look through junkyard and get not yet. It's after I get the job. Oh, that's a good idea. Moist Andy should build me a radio. No, I don't. Well, junkyards might let you return. I forget if they do. Some, they're understandably a little bit, reticent to do that. I think it might be a limited, like, 7-day replacement thing. But eBay, they guarantee your money back if you don't like what you're getting. Yes, I'm very close to getting the sanitation job. It's just I'm waiting for them to call me to set up an interview. I've been waiting for 4 days now, and I've been started the process a month ago. I doubt I'll become a mobile mechanic. You gotta know a lot about cars. I'm just learning about my car. It's 7-Eleven. I gotta get going in a few minutes. Actually, I gotta go in about a minute here, because I gotta go over to Sunspace. Go to Sunspace on Twitch. It's like Sunland Sunspace on Twitch. We're gonna be doing a jazz show tonight. I'm gonna be wearing my mask and my face shield, because I am very paranoid about getting the Trump virus. I actually kind of don't want to go, but once I'm there, it's like I'm glad to be there. It's just always afterwards I get such fear, like, and I know they sort of need my help there, and definitely they've given me massive amounts of help. I practically have a giant apartment there for free during the day while I'm working out of there. All right. I gotta get going. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see. I'm not gonna get a car radio yet. I don't have money to spend on anything, seriously. Like, I have to make sure I can pay for my mailbox next month. The bill will be due on it. But once I get a job, then I'll have some money to work with. Yeah, I'll see. I don't know, Ace. No, I haven't seen new movies. I want to watch. YouTube has a bunch of good movies on it free, though. I want to watch. I found some I have saved. Foreign movies too. I'm writing all day. Yeah, but I do want jack stands too. They got. These aren't even sunglasses. My just eyes look dark now. But they have jack stands at this really awesome little, like, car parts store that I got my key duplicated at for $5. My car key. So I want to go back there when I need car parts. Screw AutoZone. That place is awesome. So anyways, and it's like out of a movie. It's like car parts, hoses hanging everywhere, mallets and stuff, just trays full of stuff for the picking. The sockets are easy to find there. AutoZone, you struggle to find, like, oh, I don't want to buy the whole set of sockets. Where can I just get the one socket I need? They were all out in, like, cubby holes. All right, everybody, go to Twitch, check out Sunland Sunspace. They're going to do the jazz show tonight in about 45 minutes. 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern, and they're going, Tuesdays they do their Unusual Tuesday show, which is an awesome variety show. It's funny, it's got music, everything, spoken word, all kinds of different acts, and that is Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, like technically Wednesday morning at midnight. All right, everybody, bye.